top three on the channel as everybody keeps commenting his name. Everybody praises Brian Donald. And hey, it's gonna get spicy, y'all. Stephen A. Smith, what y'all call him, the flip-flopper. I be seeing the comments. He sounds like he's going to be a Republican soon. I won't be surprised. He said he stands in the middle of the aisle. He doesn't want to step on anybody's toes. But Stephen A. does say a lot of woke crap, woke nonsense. And we all know what type of timing Stephen A. Smith is on, you know. So let's go and jump straight into it. I want to send a huge shout out to my brother Joseph for sending this over for us to react to and check out. And this is also coming from my brother Brian at Political Bravo. So make sure y'all check him out in the description box down below. He does amazing breakdowns as well. So let's go and jump straight in, y'all. But again, a lot of previous things that he has said this year on his shows, man. A lot of people say they won't be surprised if this man joins the Republican Party soon. You know, as he has said some real things. Like, he's very intelligent. I can give him that. He is very intelligent. And he knows the Democrat history. You know, he speaks on a lot of things, you guys. But he also has that woke nonsense in him as well. But he's going to get hit with a wrecking ball from True Patriot Brian Donald. So let's jump straight into it.
Stephen A. Smith is pretty much just here for the memes at this point. But Lord Byron Donald gives him a complete mind-altering answer that should change the very way you look at both of these gentlemen and the way the world works. This is wild.
How the hell are you supporting Donald Trump at this point? At this point? I'm talking about 4 count. I'm talking about 4 charges, 91 counts. I mean, people are talking about you could be in prison, running the country from prison for crying out loud. Do I think that's going to happen? Of course, I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm just saying, how at this point could you possibly support Donald Trump?
First of all, I'll tell you right now, between him and Joe Biden, this isn't even a question. Joe Biden sucks. He's terrible at the job. And we do have to acknowledge that before COVID-19, despite all the circus and the phony investigations, you know, the Russia collusion thing was phony. That's now come out to be proven. Despite all of the distractions in the circus, he actually did the job as president of the United States. Every demographic group was doing well under Donald Trump. Every demographic group was doing well.
Amen. Amen.
Our border was secure. There were no foreign wars that anybody was talking about that we were entangled in. Our country was booming. Energy prices were low. We were energy independent, something that every politician had said that they wanted to do. Donald Trump actually was able to make all that stuff happen. Now let's look at the actual charges. Do you mean to tell me that because a president of the United States had classified documents, who, by the way, former presidents still have their security clearance, they still get the daily presidential briefing, that now somehow this is a threat to national security? That is a joke, especially considering the fact that the only way the National Archives could even bring this charge, or excuse me, the FBI and the Department of Justice would bring this charge, is that the White House counsel, who works for Joe Biden, had to allow it. That's one. Two, what's going on in Georgia, I'm sorry, flat out wrong. And every candidate who runs is allowed to challenge election results. Every candidate. It's not some RICO charge. That's insane to me. And then when you take the other 2 charges, the one in New York, that one is just really, really stupid. And then the last...
They can't tell you the crime update. They can't tell you the crime. I have an update for you guys. They can't tell you the crime. There's been...
And that's stupid right there. Fuck you, even let that slide.
Tremendous support that you've given to me and shown to me over the last few days since the rigged case. It's a rigged case, a disgrace that things like this can happen. Every legal analyst, just about every one of them, said this is a case that should have never been brought, and it shouldn't have been brought. It's a case that no prosecutor wanted to take, including the one that prosecuted, and the only reason he did was because I'm running for office and winning against Biden, crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in history, and obviously won the Republican nomination. So that's why this started up. It's a disgrace to our country. It's a disgrace to New York State, and we're going to do something about it very big. But I just want to thank everybody. The support has been fantastic, and I very much appreciate it. We're going to win the election. November 5th is going to be the most important day in the history of our country, and we're going to make America great again.
grab a spoon. I know the outside looks good. I know that banana pudding looks good on the outside. But not that banana pudding. The banana pudding, when we get down to November and have the barbecue and everybody's invited over to the barbecue, to the family party. You know, everybody's invited, man. All my brothers and sisters around the world. Everybody's invited. We're gonna crack open a cold. And we're gonna have all kind of desserts, food, banana pudding, the actually good banana pudding. Yeah.
Last one, this January 6th one.
Okay.
They have no. Hold on, it's important, Stephen. I want to lay this out.
Please.
They have
Let me
no.
go back because I need everybody. We need everybody to hear this now. We got to hear this.
Runs is allowed to challenge election results. Every candidate. It's not some RICO charge. That's insane to me. And then when you take the other two charges, the one in New York, that one is just really, really stupid. And then the last one, this January 6th one.
Okay.
They have no. Hold on, this is important, Stephen. I want to lay this out.
Please.
They have nothing that proves that Donald Trump encouraged, organized, structured anything that happened with January 6th. This is weaponization of the Justice Department against a political rival. And it's flat out wrong. And here's my example for that.
Okay.
One of my colleagues, Steve Scalise, who was shot at the congressional baseball practice. The shooter said in his manifesto, the reason he went to shoot up the Republican baseball practice is because Bernie Sanders was saying that the Republicans want to take away health care, and he felt it was wrong. Are we bringing Bernie Sanders up on charges because Bernie Sanders was using his political speech and it led wrongfully for some knucklehead to come almost kill Steve Scalise? No, we don't do that. That's not the standard of justice. So just because they're using the justice system in a weaponized fashion doesn't take away Donald Trump's liberty to run for office.
Absolutely based Lord Byron. Oh man, I love covering this guy because he makes the argument better than I think anyone else does in Congress. And the argument is very simple. The rhetoric of the left and the actions of the left that have captured a huge chunk of the Democrat Party are abhorrent. Because I remember when Steve Scalise was basically had a hit put on him. Bernie Sanders' rhetoric, and I don't want to implicate Bernie Sanders himself, because again, Donald is right. Rhetoric is not a call to something. Rhetoric is merely the attempt to change hearts and minds. Your actions are your own. Okay? So that's why Donald Trump is innocent of a whole lot of these charges when it comes to a certain day in early January. Ultimately, it comes down to your idea of what justice actually is. If you think justice is preventive, be careful that you do not reap what you sow. Okay, a Minority Report is a movie for a reason. That's what happens when preventive justice is out there. It's why the FBI monitors people but doesn't go out and directly arrest them. Because that's what our notion of justice is supposed to do. Okay, there are two reasons to love Stephen A. Smith. Because he said the quiet part out loud about a month ago and admitted that he's supporting Donald Trump because he's not a moron. Unfortunately, since he's not a moron,
I told y'all, that fella say he gets on the show and says, well, this and that, I agree with on this and that, and I see why everybody's going for Trump, and I might be on that side too, but then again, I'm in the middle. And then he goes back and says, Biden this, and this right here is terrible. And then he says, wait a second. I can agree with this and that, so I'm kind of still on this side, but again, I'm still in the middle, I'm in the middle of the aisle. Yeah, man. So like I say, man, Stephen A. is full of it, man. But still got love for the fella, man. He is very intelligent, you know. And he has made my day on certain takes on ESPN, First Take and stuff. So, yeah, y'all know I'm just a huge sports fan at that as well. I know some of y'all not sport fans and stuff like that, but you know, I love sports and I love all sports, man. You know, I enjoy it. You know, I was raised in a sporty household, you know, since I was a little boy, you know. I just wish I was like 6'4", 6'5", but had a couple more inches on me, and I'm a little bit faster, and I'll probably be somewhere in the pros right now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Well, I'm glad it didn't work out, cause now I'm on here with some of the best patriots, beautiful people in the world. Amen. I wouldn't change it for nothing, y'all. I love you guys, man.
He knows that the media executives, in order to keep him on air, he has to say certain things the way they want him to say it.
Facts.
Now, this does make him a shill, this does make him a sellout, but it does not make him a moron. He makes some dumb takes, but come on. Have you seen his anti-Cowboys videos?
Yeah.
America's team. But Stephen A. Smith...
Cowboys. What y'all think about these Cowboys, man? Them old Cowboys. Yeah, some of his takes, I'm telling y'all, has made my day. They are hilarious, man. And then some of them, he keeping it real. But then sometimes he comes on there with complete nonsense, just the woke nonsense on his actual show.
That had a point and got slapped down for it and got told by his executives, do not